Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition on Nightmare. We are about to head into the war table room where we're going to get a cutscene and get to see some of the results of the most recent quest at the Orlesian Ball. So let's catch up with everything.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Our alliance with Orlais holds, for the present. They'll send aid on request.
That's good.
Your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons.
That's good too.
All they support, our numbers match his. Corypheus's followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
We've beaten their god twice over. Corypheus must be livid. Where is he now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Good of Corypheus to make it easy to find him. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one.
Hey Morgan.
Fortunately, I can assist.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Oh.
Which is?
Tis best if I show you.
So it seems Morgan has something to present to me. Also, she's changed into her Dragon Age Origins outfit. Which is sad because her dress was really pretty, but
This is
it
an
shows how
illusion,
far we've come.
an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds.
An Illuvian.
That is what Corypheus
It's an elven
seeks.
thing. An elven artifact.
This belonged to my people.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
Whoosh!
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Take me through. I'm just gonna walk into random mirror portals. It's not a big, huge deal or anything. So much fog, so much everything. But an interesting looking area we're loading into. For sure. And as it opens, out we go. In we go, I suppose.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
Hmm.
I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps.
Echo.
The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, They led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What does that mean?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a respite with the man I loved.
Oh,
But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
yep, sadden, unfortunately.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different.
Hmm.
I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh. Like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
That's definitely something we agree on. Anyways. Anyway, back into Skyhold. Got a bunch of things to do. It's gonna be tons of new war table operations, and pretty much every party member is gonna have something new to say for the most part. So, yeah, if it's just like a conversation that doesn't go to a cutscene, so we're gonna go talk to pretty much everyone, and that's gonna be the majority of this episode, probably. So, definitely. Buckle in for talking. Morgan and a strange young boy. I squeed when this cutscene happened in my first game. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You give it a second. Grey Warden symbol.
You're the Inquisitor. Mother never told me the Inquisitor was an elf.
The ears gave me away, didn't they?
No, your blood is very old. I saw it right away.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on his hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man. My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
It's your son.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad. Perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
And the question, million-dollar question everyone watching wants to know.
Will his father be joining us as well?
It would be most unlikely. His father helped raise Kieran for a time, but events have conspired to take him elsewhere. So, 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
Yeah, so his father is the warden, obviously, from the first game. And that's Kieran, the old god baby that they had. Oh, oopsie, did I say something? Nothing, don't worry about it.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world.
Do tell.
His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Terra Salan, a place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I'm rather fond of it.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Thank you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. It is that he actually may.
Yeah. Pretty scary stuff. Alright, I have, like, more questions that...
I was pleased to learn to save the Grey Wardens from their own self-destructive foolishness. For all their eagerness to shed blood for their cause, we will still need them should another blight arise. It's fortunate my warden was not there, or he would surely have been in the middle of it.
Your warden?
You might know him as the hero of Ferelden. A lofty title, though he wears it well.
You have a husband.
I didn't see you as the type to settle down, Morrigan.
It is not so domestic as you picture. But even so, it has far outstripped my expectations. My love is on a quest to combat the calling. The actual calling that signals the end of a warden's life. If he is successful.
Oh, that cut out.
Once Corypheus
Sorry
is
about that.
defeated, I fully intend to join my love once more. Kieran misses him greatly.
It meant the world to me to know that BioWare wrote, at least, if you tried to give them a happy ending, they got something.
How can the calling be stopped?
Why is the audio cutting
Conan
out?
was once a Grey Warden, but something removed the blight from her blood.
Sorry.
Similarly, a warden mage named Avernus performed experiments that prolonged his life to unnatural lengths. So, we know it is possible. Indeed, 'twas I who found the lead my love now follows in the Western lands. Success is not guaranteed, of course, but he has never lacked for determination.
Why didn't you go with him?
Seems odd he went on an adventure and you stayed behind.
We are neither of us so weak we would die of loneliness. Where he went, Kieran could not follow, and thus I remained behind to look after our son. We will be together again soon enough, and I am glad of it.
Are the two of you happy together?
The three of us, and it is little business of yours. But yes, I never thought to find someone in this world I could trust as an equal. He has been a good partner, and a good father. And now I pray we discuss something else, lest these honeyed words make me vomit.
I love her so much. Yep. Her and my warden.
Is there any way the hero of Ferelden could help us against Corypheus?
Is unlikely. Corypheus uses the blight, but he is not controlled by it like a true darkspawn. Still, my love has ever been resourceful. I can give the Inquisition a means to send him a message. He will think this means I miss him, of course. Oh, he will be insufferably pleased with himself.
I will.
Appreciate this sacrifice, Inquisitor.
Contact the hero for Elden operation. Maybe not what some of you are hoping, but it is a worthwhile thing to do. Anyway, that is the first conversation. We've got all the party members and advisors. Let's go.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
That's all he has to say.
Carry on.
Thankfully. Just a funny little aside. Let's go do Josephine, then we'll pop up. I'll pop in, I guess, to get Solus and go up the staircase to get people as we can.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
Guess they weren't bored.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
My favorite moment of the evening is still our waltz in the garden.
I could have danced with you for hours. We must do it again sometime.
Indeed. Alright. She's so cute. Oop. A flash of decorum suddenly appears out of nowhere.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You miss court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally. And Brialla as well, thanks to your efforts on her behalf.
Indeed. Anything else to say? Lefleen meets friend. So, I think him and I are good. Overall, he seems happy with me. I believe Vivienne's going to offer me her quest, which I will take. First, talk to Dorian, see what he has to add about the events.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. Saving the day, reconciling lovers, mediating a civil war. So sugary, it's nauseating.
Indeed.
All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home just for you.
Indeed.
Just fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. Fascinating.
Okay.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
Indeed I do. Jesus, Fiona have anything? I don't think Fiona would have anything to say about that. Vivienne will give me...
Far be it from...
Yep.
Inquisitor, I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
True that.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would not have attained my position at court if I didn't know when to be silent.
Fair enough.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Fair enough. I'll help.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work.
Indeed.
I eagerly await your success.
Yeah, so that's in the Exalted Plains and the big grove that we opened up where all the Gurgits were in that one dragon. Let's go to Liliana next. So that gives me, bring me the heart of Snow White. Love that name. I don't think I have any to turn in there. Nope.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
I have to play to my character.
No one would fault you for abandoning ship, you know.
Out of the ship and straight into the sea. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
No, we don't want that.
And the Chantry can see that it doesn't happen. The people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
So yeah, I think there's another discussion with her in a second. Yeah, this is important.
A message from Divine Justinia.
Dead people usually don't send messages.
And I see you feel it necessary to inform me of this.
Yep.
This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of
That was a
such
weird head
contingency plans.
thing.
A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
I'm not mean to pick that
Why
option.
hide things in Valence?
That's
What's so
a
special
mean
about
option
it?
to pick.
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it.
No, I don't
I
suppose
shall meet
so.
you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
So there's a quest with her. Let's talk to Colin. He'll be over this way. There we go.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails. The indifference to it all.
Showing interest reveals weakness. Something nobles are quick to exploit.
No doubt you're right. The Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. The Empress rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
I'm hoping I might wait for Blackwall because I don't actually want to activate Blackwall's thing right now. So actually I'm delaying. Yeah, see, Blackwall has the exclamation point. So that is not something I want to do. That's going to start something. That is not ideal. Sort of a more involved quest. I want to sort of make sure I do it all sort of in one episode because it's not the kind of thing I would like to divide up for you guys. Select Cassandra, also like Leliana, been asked to consider being the new divine.
Consider it, Lady
Yeah.
Cassandra. The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've had enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
See you, Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Uh-huh.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day. You watch.
Good.
I
That's what I'm going
assume
for.
you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
No. Use if you don't want it.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it.
Yeah.
But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
The Chantry has failed, Cassandra.
I wonder if the legions of faithful throughout Thedas would agree with you.
They wouldn't.
Do you know Varric is Andrastian?
No. Not at all.
He blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Special. I like your determination. I can help you become divine. I'm not actually interested in Cassandra being divine. My first game I picked her, and I'm telling you that I have a different choice this time.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
True that. Alright. Quest? Apparently there's a quest.
Is that all for today? Not...
Is it from him?
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose.
Yes, yes.
I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads.
This is the
I
quest.
couldn't suggest
In case you
how,
can tell
but
that
that is
didn't
better
follow,
decided at your war table, and I'm not going near
that was just to get me a war table operation.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
I'm not interested in question. There's any different weapon plans. Yeah, that's a thing I want to do. Trust me. I need to make sure I remember it. That can go 2 different ways. So anyway, bowl and coal. That's all that's left for this episode, and then I'll call it to an end.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
Yeah.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
Yeah. That's a short one, but it's a good one. Just fudge. Oh, fuck. I can swear. I do swear. There, Heichel.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
This is my favorite thing to
What did
do.
you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks? Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
That's all.
I'll talk to you later.
Nothing else to say about that. Just, that is it. I love Cole. Just so unaware, like, what? Oh. It's like, yup. Anyways. I'm gonna actually end this at the war table now. Just because I feel like it. Oh, that's right, and I have a judgment. I'll start the next episode with the judgment. You'll see. I have at least one. I also have a lot of operations. A lot. And I'm going to make sure I can do the ones that I know, sort of, how I want them to go, and then, yeah. Oh yeah, perk. I think... Oh, social slot. I believe I want that. So we're going to do it. Let's check on some of the things that are finished. Hard in Hightown aboard the dwarf. We removed the dwarf from his home in Hightown. He had other manuscripts in progress, which we burned. Doused in acid and threw into the sea. He was there for setting up the champion of Kirkwall, another rune crafter. Rant about better beards and true dwarves, and then declared himself the greatest writer in Thedas, at which point Fletcher laughed so hard she started choking. The dwarf was a menace. Claims he didn't send a note to Skyhold. Protect Clan Lavalon at Wycombe. Thanks to the efforts of your Inquisition, Clan Lavalon is safe within the city of Wycombe, and Duke Antoine's mad efforts to destroy us have both ended with his death. Now I lead both our clan and the elves of this city, while the human merchants have formed a group that deals with us fairly and honorably. The other cities of the Free Marches listen to the false stories of the nobles who fled. I fear they will retaliate, but I'm loath to flee the city, as that would effectively lead the city elves to die for our actions. If you have a path that leads to safety for our people, I welcome your advice. Yeah, so normally I would be like, we should use diplomacy. I know the truth. Diplomacy won't work here, and we'll get my people killed. We need to protect them with everything. Annexing Kirkwall. Worst of the Mage Rebellion is now past. However, the Mage started all who destroyed the Chantry in Kirkwall and murdered Grand Cleric Althena, and dozens of the innocent faithful is still at large. The fanatic Anders must be brought to justice. Though it may no longer be in the city, it is still home to many of his known associates. I thus resolved to invade Kirkwall to locate Anders. But Sarkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city has not proceeded as planned. The city's resistance opposes me. They forget that I do this for the good of the city and for all 3 marches. Staunch ally of the Inquisition, I entreat support for this endeavor. Kirkwall may be brought under control before residents are harmed. Liliana Emily will back down in face of our woman force with both expansion and stage advice will keep from doing more damage. We can use that to send people back. We'll figure that one out later. Basic contact here for Eldon. Let's send Liliana on this. I had to make contact 13 hours. It's a long one, but we're going to do some long ones just for fun. This one. Completed Alliance Reach. Got ammo to power. Receive word from Lady Eustace. Strange man. Tables conceded with the rice acid they bear the weight of bargaining with. Lord DeRosia, the frivolous marriage and still to want son of the Leander family isn't wisely call a favor proper matchmaking. Yep. So I actually have a wedding to go to now, I believe. Oh, not well, I do after this. Nobles who lead to come to our head. Lady Shelley has been busy forming arranged marriage to solidify the proportions position of current players. Pairing his Lord DeRosia with Lady Twold's daughter Celeste. Ingredient. Well, when the matter is settled, I know that means the young Celeste beyond with the name sharing later, so he commands it's been a cock up from head to tail. Two of these could be marriage enough. Other investments incurred large. I don't know what the best thing for that is. So I'm going to wait on that one. To dare the end game. Sorry, this is going over. I forgot this was going to take a while. Center forced the connection to Flory and to all the world to see. Imperial Court would like to know. Again, I'm doing this optimally. As the clouds, for time look the Grey Warden fall on edge. 12 wards remain in the area. Maker. So yeah, that's the end of that. Master Demon Slaying Rune. Torian's completed his research. Again, I think that's all the same, but I'm just going to make sure. Have everyone else doing good. Oh, this is a thing to do. Made progress done on 2 of the Emerald Knights. Structure appears more exciting than we thought. My keyboard not never has an Inquisition, but we were into da-da-da. That's that place, the Exalted Plane, or the Emerald Graves, the tomb that I found the Dela Shelf at. So unlocked it, and we will go work with them to see in there. Harrods reviewed the evidence now recognizes Everest Lamarck, known to us till now as Fairbanks, as the sole heir of Lord Zero Lamarck. All holdings in Chatel retained by the Lamarck noble house, if not reverted to the ownership of Lord da-da-da. Yeah, again, I'm sorry. I'm being indecisive. I will finish this in a second. Oh, this is one that only Josephine can do. Perfect.
Inquisitor?
Recent to Navarre and Orlais have been friendly. Many fears will be taken badly. Yeah. Venatory plot. So we're going to stop a Venatory plot against the Navarran person. Because Orlais and Navarre aren't super close, so it'll be helpful if we do that instead. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Anyway. Okay. Sorry. This will continue next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.